Northeastern Region, Shri Jyotiraditya, Scindia, to please welcome all our delegates, participants, and guests.
Honorable Prime Minister, and India's Path Pradarshak, Adarniya Shri Narendra Modi ji, Secretary General of the ITU, Ms. Doreen Bogdan-Martin, esteemed leaders, innovators, and policymakers. It is with a sense of great pride and joy that I warmly welcome all of you to this momentous occasion, where we declare open not one, but two landmark events for our telecom sector. The World Telecom Standardization Assembly, convened by the International Telecommunication Union, and the Indian Mobile Congress. It is our singular honor to have between us the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to grace us with his presence. Last year, in the month of September, owing to the Honorable Prime Minister's dynamic leadership, India took up the baton of the G20 summit for the first time in her history of 75 years. And in the same vein of firsts, we are now honored to host the illustrious WTSA Assembly, which, mind you, is also the first time it's being hosted in all of Asia in Bharat Mata, where we will celebrate the power of technology, particularly telecommunications, and the underlying global frameworks and standards. We have amongst us 3,200 delegates from over 160 countries, the highest ever for any WTSA assembly in its history. We are confident that this will, along with the Indian Mobile Congress in its 8th edition, which is South Asia's largest digital technology gathering, this will serve as a breeding ground for innovation, but also showcase India's impending but inevitable emergence as a global hub for telecommunications across the world. पहले ज़माने में मोबाइल और टेलीकॉम को केवल दूरभाष का साधन समझा जाता था, और प्रधानमंत्री जी के दूरदृष्टि नेतृत्व के आधार पर आज ये एक एक व्यक्ति को विश्व के साथ और भारत में एक एक व्यक्ति को दूसरों के दिलों के साथ जोड़ने का साधन बन चुका है। भारत में टेलीकॉम का महत्व केवल टीवी, इंटरनेट और फोन के साथ जोड़ने का नहीं, लेकिन भारत में अगर एक परिवार को मोबाइल मिल जाए, इंटरनेट की सेवा मिल जाए, तो वो बैंकिंग से जुड़ गया है, वेलफेयर स्कीम्स के साथ जुड़ गया है, आवश्यक सूचना के साथ जुड़ गया है, और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण, संपूर्ण विश्व के साथ जुड़ चुका है। Some of the most remarkable examples of the power of telecom, paving the way for universal empowerment, is the DBT, the Direct Benefit Transfer Scheme, which in a day transfers more than 10 million direct cash transfers on a daily basis into the bank accounts of people. अभी हाल ही में कुछ दिन पूर्व हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 93 मिलियन किसानों के खातों में प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि के आधार पर 20,000 करोड़ रुपए, मतलब $2.5 बिलियन सीधे उनके खाते में पहुंचाने का कार्य किया है, जो शायद विश्व के किसी देश में नहीं होता। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व के आधार पर भारत में संभव हो पाया है। It's a fundamental change in the approach towards technology development. And India has ushered in this fundamental change due to the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has always put people at the heart of progress. His motto, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, or Sabka Prayas, combined with his second motto, One Earth, One Family, and One Future. It is the combination of these two mottos that leads India under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership into one of the leading sectors and leading countries on the Committee of Nations. It is this motto of connected the unconnected that informed policy making is part of India's fabric today. When it comes to the area of telecom, we are steadfastly bridging the gap between the digital haves and the have-nots through the BharatNet program, which is the world's largest rural broadband connectivity program at over $10 billion in the last 3 years alone, laying 700,000 kilometers of fiber. Our success has staggering numbers associated with it. Mobile connections in India have risen from 904 million to over 1.16 billion today. Broadband connectivity in India 10 years ago was restricted to only 60 million users. Today, it's a staggering 924 million users. OFC fiber in India was only 11 million route kilometers. Today, it is 41 million route kilometers. And these staggering numbers of growth are accompanied by a digital payment system, 4G stack, the UPI interface, जिन आविष्कारों के आधार पर भारत की और विश्व की डिजिटल इकोनॉमी के पिलर्स बनने जा रहे हैं. The credit for this goes single-minded pursuit of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for building world-class infrastructure. It is our resolve today in India that we shall bring policies up to speed with the changing times and the challenges that confront us. The recent changes to the Telecommunications Act 2023 is a case in point. It has been drawing light upon hitherto unaddressed areas, such as the high potential sector of satellite communications, addressing the challenges of the digital era, the most important being cybersecurity. The telecom sector, much like other growth critical sectors in India, is aggressive, is ambitious, and its outlook in our journey from our Amrit Kal to our Shatabdi Kal is to lead the world. Today, by mid of next year, we will have rolled out 4G across the length and breadth of India. 100% saturation will be completed. We've had the fastest 5G rollout in India, 450,000 BTSs, 98% of districts covered, 90% of all villages covered, in a span of only 21 months. And this attitude put forward by the Prime Minister of not just embracing, but bracing ourselves to becoming the first mover in the 6G technology. It is noteworthy that the Indian Mobile Congress and the International 6G Symposium demonstrates both local and global advancements in 6G, and also design principles that will shape the future of telecom. With our Bharat 6G Alliance, where we hope to contribute at least 10% of patents to 6G standardization, it is our belief and our commitment that India followed the world in 4G. We marched with the world in 5G, but we shall lead the world in 6G. I'm grateful today to all the participants for taking time out and partaking in this journey. And we certainly hope the next 10 days will align our visions and define our paths towards telecom, but more importantly, for a more connected world. और इसी के साथ भारत यानी दुनिया की दूसरी सबसे बड़ी टेलीकॉम मार्केट और भविष्य की टेलीकॉम हब में आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। जय हिंद, जय भारत।